where you got a question, you give me a call. And I'm going to try to answer it. 1-800-529-54. Let's go to Mohammed in Jamaica. Mohammed.
Hello, Uncle Bert. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So my question is a little bit long, but I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be smaller.
Okay, I hope it's not that long.
I'm asylum seeker. My asylum was granted by the immigration judge 2019 and 2019.
Where you from?
And then I filed for my green card on 2020 June. So my lawyer staff made a couple mistakes on when I applied for a green card. They made a couple mistakes. The first mistake is when they apply I-485, they apply G325A. They made a mistake, when I work with the I work in the United States, but I didn't have work permit when I worked. So I told that already before when I applied for work permit, but they made a mistake when the immigration question was asked, number 16 question. They asked, "Have you ever worked with the in the United States without?"
Let me give you the answer because I get it. All right. So you have some errors on a form.
Yes.
What's going to happen is this. Okay. You're eventually going to get an interview. Okay. At the interview, before you sit down, you're going to tell the immigration officer, there are some errors on the form. I want to correct them before the interview starts. I hired somebody and I realized after this was filed that there was errors. And as long as you correct the errors before your interview starts, everything will be fine. And that goes to anybody who files an application and finds an error after the fact.
And then the couple mistakes they made, and then I called my lawyer and I went to my lawyer and I told my lawyer that those are missing. So my lawyer, he collect the missing and then he fixed it and then he sent with the receipt letter.
That doesn't mean anything because if you just send random stuff that when immigration doesn't ask, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, it's just compounding the problem. What you do, you don't just randomly send stuff to immigration to correct things. The corrections with immigration happen either because they send you an RFE and they ask you, hey, what the hell is this? This looks wrong. Or you're missing something, and that's request for evidence. Or if they don't say anything, eventually you're going to get an interview, and at the interview, before you sit down, you say, hey, there's some errors I want to correct on the form.
Yeah, they transfer my case to the NBC in Missouri, like a National Benefit Center, like 3 months ago, on September.
Okay. Again, when you get the interview, you're going to correct it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And if you don't like your lawyer, switch. Hold on. Let's go to Yolanda in Yakima, Washington. Yolanda.
Yeah. Yes. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Good. I have a question. I come to U.S. at 2 years now. Has been filed, and I have 10-year green card. So I was arrested for domestic violence, but the case was dropped, and now my husband got a restraining order, and I got a restraining order too. And I wanted to ask if I can apply for VAWA or not.
But you said you have a 10-year green card.
Yes.
So why do you need to apply for VAWA if you have a 10-year green card?
Because I want to get citizenship, and if you have if you married I married almost in U.S. now 2 years married. Back home, married 2 years, so almost 4 years. And
all right. So now once VAWA is to apply for a green card. You already have a green card, so you can't apply for another green card. So you and your spouse are separated. When did you get your green card?
And I got it in 2 years.
2 years ago? So if you're separated, and I guess you want to do VAWA because so you can become a citizen after 3 years of a green card instead of 5, that's not going to work out. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to wait the 5 years.
Even if domestic violence or
unfortunately, because you didn't get your green card as a VAWA recipient, so therefore the only way to base your citizenship on 3 years is that you're in a bona fide marriage with your spouse, which you're not. So unfortunately, you would have to wait the 5 years, even though it's not your fault and there was violence against you. But unfortunately, that's the way the law's written.
Okay. So another question.
Why do you want to become a citizen so fast? What's the urgency?
Just because I want to have citizenship, but am I in danger of deportation if I was arrested for domestic violence and my husband has restraining order against me?
No, because you told me the charges were dropped. So as long as the charges were dropped, that's not deportation. That's an arrest. That's not a criminal record. A restraining order is not a criminal record. That's just a restraining order from a local family court. So, or a local criminal court. But that's not a criminal penalty. So for all of those reasons, you are not deportable. Immigration's not looking for you. Now, you can't file citizenship, even if you wanted to, if you have a restraining order against you. Because if you have a restraining order against you, you can't prove good moral character. So you're going to need to prove 5 years good moral character from the end of the restraining order. So your citizenship, unfortunately, is going to even be delayed beyond the 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so if he's...
So let's say, for example, he has a restraining order against you for 1 year, and that restraining order was done November 1st, 2020. I'm just making it up. I have no idea. And they say restraining order, stay away from him for 1 year. So during this whole full year, November 1st, 2020 to October 31st, 2021, you can't prove good moral character because you have a restraining order against you. So your good moral character would start, no, I'm making up dates, I have no idea. Your good moral character would start November 1st, 2021. And now, because you're basing your citizenship on 5 years of a green card, you wouldn't be able to file your citizenship till 5 years from November 2021, assuming that's the day your restraining order is lifted, so it would be November 26, 2026.
I see. Okay. Right. But so I can't. After 3 years, I hear you can.
No, you can't. You can't do your citizenship after 3 years because you're not with your spouse. You can only do your citizenship after 3 years if you and your spouse are still together in a bona fide marriage, or you got your green card based on abuse. You got your green card based on a bona fide marriage, and the abuse that you're describing happened after, and you can't now go back to immigration and say, I got my green card in a bona fide marriage, but now there's abuse. Can you switch my category? Which is basically what you're asking. You can't do that.
Okay, but so 2 years I back home and 2 years in America married. That's 4 years. That doesn't count.
No.
It has only in America 3 years.
What counts is the date from the date you got your green card, not from the date of your marriage.
I see. Okay, thank you.
All right, sorry about that. Let's go to Sam in Sacramento. Sam.
Yeah, hello,
How are you?
Mr. Brown.
How are you?
Hey, good evening, sir. It's nice meeting you. Talking to you again, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I quickly have two questions. One, I'm on a condition. I'm actually on the verge of removing condition from my green card. I already filed. I got an extension back a few months back. So I want to ask, how long will it take for me to get a fingerprint?
They're probably not going to fingerprint you because they probably already have your fingerprints and biometrics, so you're not going to get a fingerprint. You should.
All right, because I was fingerprint when I came in.
Yeah, you should get an extension. What they're doing is, since coronavirus started, what they're saying is if we already have taken your fingerprint and we have a record of it, they can use your electronic fingerprint that they used previously to do all the background checks. So they're not going to re-fingerprint people because of coronavirus.
All right. That's fair enough. And another one is I have my extension now. And I feel, can I travel to Canada to see family friends?
No.
With the extension that I have?
No, because Canada is not allowing anyone from America to come in. Not because of your immigration status. It's Canada's not allowing people in.
Yeah, okay. Maybe after the whole lockdown has been relieved, can I?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I can use my conditioner to go there.
And you have that receipt. You have the receipt.
I have the receipt with me.
You take the receipt and your expired green card, and you can travel once Canada lifts the lifts.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.